See, that wasn't long at all.
That felt forever. More.
More, dog says.
Hey,
Oh, hello. I almost thought you were coming today.
yeah, well,
Stir lunch. Oh man. Natsuki had typically been meeting Yuri in the stairwell much earlier since it had been a good way of dodging her friends when she didn't feel like seeing them. Today she's holding a large plastic container in both hands.
I
It's
ran up with
cupcakes.
friends, so I hung out with them for a while. It is cupcakes.
Is that so?
Yeah. I was in a good mood today, so I figured I should. I hadn't seen them in a while, which I had to come up with an excuse for, but I expected that. Plus, I have way more of these than I know what to do with, so I figured I would share some.
She sits down and Natsuki opens the lid of her container.
You made cupcakes?
Wow, Yuri, it's almost
You
like
know
I
it.
figured that out years ago.
It's been a while at this
Well,
point.
you're
so
gods.
Like, I can't figure out poems though.
You can take one if you want.
She eats
God
cupcake.
knows everything. That doesn't mean he like gets subtle nuances.
It's brown and frosting immaculately in floral pattern topped with powder.
How pretty. I just ate, so I may not be able to finish it.
Eat it.
Are they for the club?
Yeah, I guess so. I didn't really think about it. I just made them.
Ah,
I just thought because green is Monica's favorite color, right?
Nikki Pincus, you keep stealing my eyes.
Well, yeah, but that's not really.
Yuri takes a bite.
This is green tea flavored. I love green tea.
Oh, do ya?
Do ya?
It's just a random idea I wanted to try, so
Ah,
don't laugh at me.
ah.
I'm not. I just felt happy.
Oh, sorry. Usually when. Never mind. What I mean is that I'm glad. Sorry for saying dumb things again. I just wanted to do something nice. And this is something I happen to be good at. And I do know that you like them from past experience.
Mm. She's red, recalling the time she treated herself rather generously to Natsuki's cupcakes. Ironically, her mouth is too full of cupcake for her to stammer an excuse, so she settles for a disapproving look.
How did you get into baking?
Oh, well, I don't know.
Sorry.
That was a bit too early.
That was
I
too
get
much.
it sometimes, but
No,
come on, man.
I know.
Come on, God. Give me a little bit of slack.
That was an accident.
Well, a few years ago, I read this one manga with a lot of baking, so I got like super into it for a while. I was probably making stuff almost every day, but it's something that I always knew I liked anyway. It's like baking is like an art, but when you get good at it, it gets more delicious too.
I'm struggling to imagine putting my heart into something so artistic, knowing that it would be just be eaten afterwards.
Nom nom.
Yeah, maybe you're too practical for
I think I prefer to be on the receiving end.
it. That's my other favorite part too. It's something that I can do that makes a lot of people happy, like unconditionally. Everyone is always so thankful, and in this moment, you get to be like the bringer of joy. I don't know, it just makes me feel.
Valued?
Yeah, I guess that.
So you were able to make up with your friends today?
There wasn't really anything for us to make up about. We weren't fighting or anything.
You weren't? Maybe I misunderstood.
It only turns into a fight if I lose my cool, and that's just unnecessary drama. It only makes things worse.
So they're not going to stop?
I mean, it only happens some. It's just the way things are, and I'm the only one who, oh my god, whoever has a problem with it, it's not worth it. Especially since I have somewhere to go now when I don't feel like hanging out with them.
Oh, I see.
Cupcake's empty foil wrapper audibly crankle.
Yes. I'm glad the situation is resolved. And that you don't have to avoid them anymore.
Yeah, me too.
Hard.
And I don't have to bother you during your time anymore. I'm sure you have a lot of reading to catch up, so.
Yeah.
I know that the cupcakes are basically nothing compared to the stuff you've done for me. But it's the best I can do. So, you can have the rest of them.
Natsuki grabs a box inside of Yuri's feet. She stares at the box. Then she kicks it. Then she shakes her head and slides them back.
You should save them for your other friends.
But I made them for you.
Natsuki's voice whines as she protests.
I know. And I liked them very much, exactly as you thought. You succeeded. But I know you care about making your other friends happy too. And if this is the way you know how to make that happen, then I'm not going to take it from you.
No, they're for making you happy.
You make me happy.
Ah.
You're worth more than cupcakes to some people. That's why they want to spend time with
I
you.
mean, a cupcake's like $3 tops.
What's she saying? You're worth
And
more than
be your friend.
Without warning, tears pour from Natsuki's eyes. Pulls her knees to her chest and starts sobbing into her arms.
Natsuki.
I'm such a bad person.
Your Stammy's feeling panicked.
I didn't mean to say something bad.
Natsuki shakes her head and wipes her eyes.
You did. I just.
Natsuki tries to choke back her sobs but struggles to speak through them.
I just really hate myself sometimes. It feels so wrong.
God is displeased.
You say those nice things to me. Like I don't deserve it.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm so difficult. And I can't think of even a single thing about myself that somebody would like. And I hate myself for bothering you during lunch. I just thought it was my chance to be a good person. Like to be nice and do the things you wrote about in the letter. I knew if I tried to, in the club, say Aeronautica would be super annoyed and make a huge deal about it.
You know, I think a lot of negative things too about myself. I never felt like a good person. I always scrutinize everything I say, and later I feel like I said all the wrong things. And I just spend so much time thinking about myself, hating myself, and feeling like everyone else must hate me too. So I understand some of that through my own experience. And that's why I wanted to write the letter and express my feelings. It pained me to see those things in someone else that I saw in myself. They just need some self-love.
Natsuki sniffles Yuri, rustles through her bag, and
Honestly, I don't
pulls
think
out
they
some
say
tissues,
self-love
then
in this
hands
one.
them to
Dang.
Natsuki.
Monica told me that it takes a good person to reflect on these things.
Oh, they said
No,
reflect.
no, reflect was the last one. The desire to improve yourself, that makes you a good person, so don't worry so much. Also, there are things about you that people like, so...
Like what? Thanks God.
Like how you're fun for people to be around. And you're not shy, and you know how to make people laugh. And you're very passionate about things, and you know how to take the lead.
You're over 18.
And you care a lot about other people. And just a lot of things.
Oh. It's my favorite letter. Well, now you're making me feel really embarrassed.
Well, you're the one who asked. And you don't think I feel embarrassed?
Natsuki tries to hide a smile, then she sighs and it fades again.
Every time I come here, I always think it's for the last time. But then I keep coming back for the same reason.
Is that bad?
Just really confusing. I mean, my friends and I go way back, so ditching them all the time feels like, I don't know.
Feels like what?
Natsuki's voice gets quiet.
Maybe I'm scared that they'll get mad at me.
Hmm.
I really don't know what to do.
She pauses, Yuri stares into the distance, tracing her eyes along the patterns of the floor tiles while she thinks to herself.
What would you do, hypothetically, if your friends were happy for you instead of mad at you?
Happy for what?
Happy that your new club is making you happy.
Well, that's just not a fair hypothetical.
Natsuki says that, but with a little confidence in her voice.
I always told myself that I don't rely on the approval of others to be happy. And I still feel that way, but I'm spending time with people who put me down whenever I don't have their approval. That's probably what's making me feel so confused. Because I'm threatened out of the things that should make me happy. So no matter what it's like, I have to be unhappy to be happy. It's making my heart hurt. Head hurt. It's making everything hurt.
That must make it really difficult to feel comfortable with yourself. Being made to feel like you're wrong for being the person you are.
It really goes against everything I believe in, doesn't it? It goes against the kind of person I want to be. I'm fed up with it. Fed up with a lot of things.
Natsuki presses her palms against her forehead and shakes her head.
I know what's best for me, but I keep convincing myself out of it. It's so much easier to be comfortably unhappy than it is to do something so scary.
To do what?
You know, to end it.
With them?
Natsuki nods.
I didn't think you were actively considering that as an option.
I wasn't until recently. It's just one of those things where, like, it's been a certain way for a long time, and you just get used to it. Like, so much of you has gone into it so much that it feels like that's just how your life is. And throwing it away is like throwing away such a huge part of your life. It makes me feel sick to my stomach.
She sighs.
It's just really scary, like, it's terrifying.
What are you scared of?
I don't know, a lot of things. Like being alone, not having anyone to talk to or hang out with, not being able to replace what I had with them. And I don't want them to hate me. And I'm scared they'll hurt me for going against them.
Physically?
Not physically, but
She clenches her fist.
Natsuki,
what?
if anyone even thinks to cause you harm, I'll
Die.
beat them up. I will unleash hell upon them. Even better.
She snorts in laughter.
Don't laugh at me.
Sorry, I like that. That's all.
Oh, well, I meant it.
I know you did.
She gives you an endearing look.
I need it.
This conversation.
Yeah, just take him already. I don't want other people to have them anyways.
Are you sure?
She nods.
I'm sure.
I will then. I'll enjoy them.
She looks away with a feeling of more response to her. Feeling over her courage. Oh,
Ah,
juked.
you're first today. God has been duped once again. And you brought reading materials.
She's sitting in her usual spot, this time holding volume of Mango with her lunch sits beside her. Yuri sits down and well opens her new book.
It sucks when a good series has to come to an end. Like it was such a
Not
big part
this
of your
one.
life, and then and then one day there's just nothing left. It makes you feel so empty.
Fortunately, I'm about to experience that myself. I'm on the last book of this series.
That sucks.
But there's also something satisfying about letting a story conclude. I don't know if I'd want it to go on forever.
Maybe. But there are some things that I wish it could.
On the other hand, have you ever read something that overstayed its welcome?
Yeah, definitely.
Me?
This and you.
Oh.
I think at least one thing I've read that's got pretty unbearable like halfway through, and the ending really sucked. So it sucks when something good has to end, but it also sucks when they just keep inventing more plot until you don't like it anymore.
Natsuki's my new favorite.
I guess it sucks either way.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the nature of all things. They come to an end.
Two fall silent, they slowly eat and make their way through the retrospective material, except Natsuki doesn't seem to be touching her food at all.
Oh. you don't go out during the weekends, right?
Excuse me?
Like with friends at the mall or downtown or whatever?
I'm not a total shut-in, you know?
Oh, my bad for making assumptions. You know what they say about those?
That's what you mean.
Ass out of you and me.
Well, I'm sure I go out less often than other people, like you and the others in the club.
Club.
I don't really meet with my friends and arbitrarily spend time like that. I'm usually meeting with my board game group.
Yuri listens to DJ Khaled.
Board game group.
It doesn't matter. It's just more nerdy stuff.
DJ Khaled. You can hear her. When you see her, I think of DJ Khaled.
Her?
Yeah. You know she listens to him.
Why?
Look at her. DJ Khaled all the way.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I was just curious. I just realized that I couldn't picture it, so I was just curious.
Yuri looks at Natsuki, realizes she's shaking.
Don't look at me like that.
Sorry.
I'm shaking.
Natsuki pulls her knees into her chest and puts her head down again.
I can't take this.
Did I do something?
Yuri gets flustered, her mind racing over what she may have said or done.
I did. I ended it. I texted them earlier telling them. And then I just blocked their numbers, so I'm so afraid of their responses. And it feels like I'm down inside.
Oh, that's...
Whoa.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Totally unsure what to do, Yuri can barely find any words of support. Meanwhile, the sound of Natsuki's unusually hard breathing fills the air. Do we get the special scene? And she speaks again, barely above a whisper, help me.
Help me.
Sorry.
I feel sick and I want to hit my head against things. Please help, I can't take this.
You may be having a panic attack.
With that realization, Yuri assumes something changes.
I have experience with this, so I'll help you through it, okay?
Natsuki meekly nods her rapid breath, head still braiding her knees. Stop! Yuri slides herself into Natsuki, sits a step behind her, then she puts her head on Natsuki's shoulders.
Can you feel my hands?
Natsuki Oh, please give her some dialogue. Natsuki, her head becomes more apparent than your sense of time. You keep your voice low and gentle.
You're safe right now. You're in a good and safe place.
I
Where
hate
nothing
this.
can hurt you.
Natsuki nods once more, although Yuri's only touching Natsuki's shoulder. She can practically feel a racing pulse through the base of her neck.
We'll do a breathing exercise together. All you have to do is listen to my breaths and breathe along with me. Let's breathe in now.
Yuri takes a deep, slow breath. Beneath her hand, she feels Natsuki's shoulder rise as Natsuki takes a breath of her own, trying to mimic Yuri. They exhale together, but Natsuki's breath shakes on the way out.
That's good. Let's keep going.
Yuri's breath, and once more, Natsuki joins her. They continue like that for a few more cycles while Yuri closely monitors. Eventually, Yuri feels Natsuki rest more of her weight into Yuri's palms.
Let's focus on the physical world. All you have to do is focus on the feeling of your breaths going in and out, and on the weight of my hands on your shoulders. You're in a safe and comfortable physical space.
The stairwell.
The stairwell.
Minutes pass in silence. We're still in the stairwell. No special scene, no black. But now the worst of it has passed. Yuri's determined to move away until Natsuki prompts to her. Meanwhile, Natsuki is lifted her head off her knees and breathing is mostly steady. Then she takes a final deep breath and slowly pulls herself to her feet, causing Yuri to let it go. She stretches her arms.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to freak out. I don't know what my deal is.
You don't need to apologize. This must be enormously stressful for you.
Is that going to keep happening?
No,
It may, or it may not.
it won't.
We can take measures to prevent that in the future. I think it'll naturally get better over time.
Like, never play it again. Natsuki motions her foot back down again, so Yuri moves over. Yuri turns away to pick up her open book from the dusty floor, which she had hastily set down earlier, but she brushes the dust off the cover.
I don't think I could have gone through that alone.
What would happen? You died?
You're not alone.
Feeling shy again, Yuri speaks in her own laugh.
From now on, you don't have to do anything alone.
Oh. She says that Yuri tenses up. It's rare for her to openly share her thoughts, but something about Natsuki of all people makes it feel much more neutral to do so. Perhaps because, like Yuri, Natsuki's so timid and uncertain of herself. Natsuki does a good job hiding it. It's taken a long time for Yuri to finally realize it. Because of that, Yuri is able to deliver the reassurance that she herself would have wanted, demonstrating that you deserve the love of others and you can, like self-love. You can accept
Love yourself.
Love yourself!
that for the first time, then you can perhaps begin the journey of loving yourself.
Oh, thanks for that message.
Oh, it's that.
You're probably gonna regret saying that if you do.
So,
Cause I'm probably gonna have a lot of free time during the weekends from now on. So you say you're giving me permission to be as annoying as I want and drag you around to a lot of places.
I see. Delicious.
But you already said it, and so you can't take it back now.
Well, I suppose I have no choice but to accept that responsibility then.
Mm-hmm. I know a good ice cream place.
Oh?
That means you'll...
That means you'll finally
my
figure out
bad.
my favorite ice cream flavor.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Oh, you don't remember? The first day you came to the club, you guessed everyone's favorite ice cream flavor. But for me, you said you had no idea.
Seriously? I don't remember that at all. Oh wait, yes I do. I said it was probably green tea.
Yuri shakes her head.
It's a good guess, but my favorite is to usually get chocolate and raspberry together.
Chocolate and raspberry? How fancy.
How is that fancy?
Oh, I don't know. Feel like I should have guessed that something like that.
Well, maybe next time I'll try chocolate and strawberry.
Hey, strawberry's my favorite.
What a coincidence.
They lived happily ever after.
I think it helps to have something to look forward to. I still have that sick feeling in my stomach. But it's easier now to convince myself that I did the right thing.
Is there anything better I could be doing?
Jesus Christ. Not that I know. There's nothing that will make this easy for me. You've already did more than I thought anyone could. Come to think of it, we never talk about that letter you wrote.
Those shoes were like spot on.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's because it's what it is.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're way past that at this point. I don't even know what to talk about. Except that I think it helped me understand my needs a little bit better. The way I like to be treated. And the kind of friend that I want to have. That's why I want to start coming here in the first place. Come on, man.
I thought it was just a coincidence that you ran into me here initially.
Well, not exactly.
What do you mean?
Nothing. What the hell was say?
That's what you said.
I was shy, okay? I wasn't ready to like, whatever you know, what I'm saying.
Well,
As a water company.
I guess I'm glad you worked up the courage. Even if it was in your own way. I can tell that you've been making a lot of difficult decisions. It's brave, and it will make things better in the long run. I think anyone would be proud of you for it.
Anyone. God. You mean like you?
Oh my god.
Yes. Like me.
You know, I can get used to this.
As long as you don't tease me too much.
Fine. Just a little then.
4.
That's fine.
5.
I know how uncertain everything feels to you right now. But I really do think as good as things are in store, or good things are in store, those are my honest feelings.
Oh, so thanks. It's really nice to be reassured.
And two girls continue the conversation through the remainder of lunch, but a new feeling hangs in the air. A feeling of greater certainty that the path forward is just a few hours. There will be another literature club meeting where the 4 club members will happily spend time together. Each of them, all with their own special qualities, is something unique that they can deliver to one another. That through friendship and literature, the club members continue to grow and find happiness together. To the end of each chapter is the start of the next. Yuri thinks to herself, since she's been about to finish her long-running series, it'd be best to have a new book lined up. Perhaps this weekend would be a good time to visit a bookstore. Speak together.
Alrighty.
You got a book?
You bet I do. Let's find it. Wish I had a dictionary. I saw that god.
I didn't mean to. I just put it down.
Two books right there. I do have a dictionary. Well, we're not doing it in front of the staircase. Damn, you know, luckily I got the 2 shortest characters. That's true. Yeah, you did. Find your ring. I just need to get out. Damn. Okay. You guys haven't heard my smile. Yeah. I mean, despite knowing what that book is, if it was just the title, I'd say it's something cheery.
Ambrose and Beers.